How austerity alters lives and futures. Cuts to government spending have radically shaped the everyday lives of many people living in the UK, and particularly young people. For many young adults, changes in the name of austerity to welfare, care and community services since 2010, alongside unaffordable housing, insecure jobs and the rising cost of everyday living, has impacted on their ideas and hopes for the future. This includes significant life decisions, such as whether or not to have children. I'm Sarah Marie Hall, I work at the University of Manchester, and in 2020 I carried out research on this topic: if and how austerity policies have impacted on people's decisions to have children. This included those people who had not had any children and those who wanted more children. I was interested in how these decisions were made, how people felt about the topic, and how they understood their future after more than a decade of austerity. To explore this sensitive topic, I needed methods that were empowering and empathetic. I wanted to give people the chance to talk and reflect on their futures and offer different ways of communicating. To do this, I developed a method that I call Oral Histories and Futures. Oral Histories and Futures is a research method that involves the recording of people's experiences and opinions about their pasts, present and futures. They build on the oral history tradition of documenting and preserving marginalised experiences and stories of lives lived. But Oral Histories and Futures take this a step further by exploring how the person we are today is shaped by the person we might want to become at some other point in the future. To do this, in Oral Histories and Futures interviews, people are encouraged to talk about their biographies, as well as the things they wanted to happen in their life, and what they see for themselves and society going forwards. But sometimes asking questions about the future can be tricky. It can be hard to find the right words. And so Oral Histories and Futures uses creative activities to help provoke thoughts and encourage dialogue. This can involve asking people to map their life courses on a timeline and their future imaginaries, and talking this through. Another technique is to ask people to write a note to their future self, and to reflect on these activities as part of the interview. By incorporating these activities and bringing together reflections on the past, present and future, Oral Histories and Futures can provide in-depth understanding of everyday lives in the round. 12 people from North East England took part in the Oral Histories and Futures. This region was chosen as an area that has seen devastating changes due to austerity and has some of the lowest birth rates in the UK. Those who took part came from a range of backgrounds and living circumstances. They all talked about the emotional pressure of carrying different possible futures all at the same time. Concerns about where to live, what job to have, whether that meant they could have children, alongside their hopes and dreams. Carrying all these together was like a juggling act. Many people spoke about their worries for the future, and most of these worries were based on financial insecurity, concerns about secure and appropriate housing, steady employment, as well as maintaining meaningful and healthy relationships. For these reasons, many talked about these decisions about having children as a personal crisis, and austerity as fundamentally shaping the things they can do, afford and dream about. Many, however, also expressed this wasn't a topic they had spoken to other people about, and felt relieved to know that it must be important for me to be researching it. This research on lives and futures impacted by austerity has now been expanded to explore the experiences of up to 300 young people across Greater Manchester, Sardinia and Barcelona, using the Oral Histories and Futures method. To find out more, follow our Twitter account @AusterityAlters.